Hello, it is time for our monthly paper pumpkin class. I apologize for having to push this back a half an hour, but my son called and wanted to know if they could come over for dinner, and I was out of town last weekend and didn't get to see my grandkids, so I said yes. So they came over, got to play with them a little bit, had some dinner, and they've gone home to bed, so now I can do my Facebook or my paper pumpkin. So thank you for putting up with me pushing it back 30 minutes. This is the April 2025 Paper Pumpkin Inked Occasions. If you're not familiar with Paper Pumpkin, it's a box of fun that you get every month. This is a fancy box. They're usually just a red box. But you get everything you need to make usually cards. In this case, it's 9 cards. The only thing you might need is a pair of scissors. Your first box will come with a block that you can use. They all come with the ink that you need, a little ink spot, the stamps and adhesive and anything else you need. I usually go ahead and use my full-size stamp pad, and then I save those ink spots to put in little gift packs. All right, so let's get started. And I also, hey Nancy, I also do a bonus project using the stamps from the Paper Pumpkin, and that's something I send to my team members that get Paper Pumpkin or customers of mine that get Paper Pumpkin from me. So I send them the little what they need to make the bonus card. So I'll show you that at the end. Hey buddy. All right, let's get started. This is our first card. Isn't that pretty? I love all this painted stuff on here. We have full color instructions. Let me grab my, usually it's nice to have this with these stamps. So we are going to stamp on this, and we're also going to stamp on our card base. So we have these little tiny butterfly stamps, and that's what we're going to stamp on our card base. So we have one stamp that has 2 butterflies, and it's going to go up here. And then this guy is one little butterfly. He's going to go down here. Those are so cute. All right, and then our sentiment is I'm here for you. And that's just going to go in the middle of this. Okay. That is our stamping for card, excuse me, for card number 1. And they're always real good about telling you where to put the adhesive. So this time they sent us mini dimensionals. So on the back of our sentiment, we'll put 2 dimensionals. And then on our hugs, we're going to put 2 full-size dimensionals there and there, but then we're going to cut one in half and put a couple of half dimensionals there. And I have special scissors that I use for cutting sticky stuff so that I don't get adhesive on my good snips. All right, so let's cut one of these guys in half. Half is going to go up here on the top of the H. And the other half is going to go here on this, I guess this is part of the S. All right. I'm ready to put it together. So peel off all your backs. Whoops. And you be sure you can see your butterflies. So about like that. And then get the rest of this on. And it's just going to straddle your G and a little bit of your S. Like that. And that's it. Pretty simple. But very pretty. This card base just makes that card, and then the gold for the hugs is beautiful. All right, that is card number 1. All right, card number 2. Let's turn over our directions. Looks like this. Isn't that beautiful? All right. Get my pieces out. Let's do our stamping. And I actually, they don't, I guess they just kind of laid it on there. I actually adhered my flowers and then stamped my butterflies, because then I knew exactly where they were going to be. So in this one, we're just putting dimensionals all the way across the bottom, well, 4 of them, across the bottom. Oops, got 2. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that on the card. And it does line up with the bottom of the card. And they even put the gold on here. It doesn't go all the way to the end, but you do want this to line up at the bottom of your card. Like that. Now I can stamp my butterflies, and I don't want to lose my sentiment either. All right, so let's get these little butterflies back out. Our ink. Oops. So the little 2 set goes right up here. And then this little dude goes right there. And then we need our thinking of you. And it helps to have it on a dark background like this, because it's already die cut, so you're stamping on it after it's die cut. But if you have it on a dark background like that, then you can, whoa, that was close. Caught it on my finger, but I didn't drop it all over my clothes or anything. Let me grab a wipe real quick, or we'll end up with berry burst everywhere. Oh, that's a new thing of wipes. They're very juicy. All right. I think that will get it. So at least I won't get it all over the place. Okay. Now, all we need to do is put our sentiment on there. So again, we'll use our mini dimensionals. And I'm just putting them where they showed it. Let's bring our card back over. Whoa. And this just goes along here at the bottom. And there are no dimensionals, excuse me, under any of this, so anywhere down there is fine. All right, card number 2. These are pretty quick cards, but they're beautiful with all the beautiful painted images. All right, card number 3 is this one. Some more butterflies. Let's get our pieces out. So we don't need the gold one yet. We're not going to stamp on it, but the rest of this we are going to stamp on. So let's make sure I have it going the right way. Turn over my directions. All right, let's see if I can hold on to this better this time. All right, our single butterfly goes up in here. And our double butterfly goes down in here. And then we have congratulations. And you are amazing. Nope, that's the wrong one. Oh, I must have forgotten to get out the you are amazing. There it is. Forgot to grab that one. All right, there we go. Now, let's see. So our gold one gets one dimensional in the middle. And then our sentiment, this gets one on each end. And then our congratulations gets 3. Okay. Now let's put it all together. Let's put our gold one on first. And I just kind of look at how they lined it up. Oop, we don't want to cover our butterflies. It goes that way. Nope. That big piece goes down there. Then congratulations. Goes across there. And you may have to leave that middle. Oh, I think it went okay. You don't want to make those dimensionals stack on top of each other, but it looked like it went okay. And this goes right underneath that. Like that. And there you go. Card number 3. All right, so those are the 3 cards that came in your kit. Just pull them back in so you can see them. So pretty. All right, let's do the bonus card now. So this is the bonus card. Now I fussy cut this one, but you should have an extra one of those in your kit. So you should have an extra thing to stamp on in your paper pumpkin kit. And if you end up using both of them, if you mess up on one, then you can just fussy cut around a piece of white. All right, so we're using this is some new designer series paper. And then this is a new embossing embossing folder. And so you've got a piece of white in your kit. If you mess up and you don't have one of those left over. So I'm giving you some white. But I'm just going to use this since I have one left. So let me grab my, where did my phone mat go? It's hiding. Oh, there it is. It's hiding under the directions. So we're going to use the Thinking of You again. Yes, they are beautiful, Nancy. I agree. These painted ones are just beautiful. All right. So this just goes on flat. So either your Stamp and Seal or your liquid adhesive, whichever you prefer. And this also goes on flat. And I like to use my liquid adhesive on an embossed piece. So I just made this by cutting a circle with stylish shapes and then just embossed part of it. And then you're Thinking of You. I put mine up on dimensionals. So I have all these dimensionals left over because I've made all of my cards now. So I love it when they give me extra dimensionals. And that just goes towards the top there. I let mine hang off a little bit. And then you can use whatever embellishments you have. I used these are the antique pearls. If you have the new in color flat pearls, you could use those because there's strawberry slush in here. There's the Darling Duckling. Don't see a lot of Timid Tiger or any of the blues in this paper. Or just regular rhinestones, regular pearls, whatever, gold sequins, whatever you have, you can use to put on there. All right, I'll go ahead and put my antique pearls on here. So when I send these out, somebody always gets a fully completed card. And I never know who's going to get it because I just randomly put them in envelopes and send them out. But somebody will get one already completed, and then everyone else will get the kit. And there are actually 3 sizes of these. So there's a large, a medium, and a small. All right. That is it. I need to make sure that goes out. All right, so let's bring back everything we did tonight. It was a quick one. They were quick cards. There, can you see them all? Pretty close. Yes, these painted ones are just beautiful. I love them. Thank you, buddy. I'm glad you liked the bonus card too. All right. Thursday afternoon at 3, I will be live with a Facebook Live. We'll play with some new products, so be sure and join me then. And I think that's it. I hope you all have a good rest of your week, and I will see you later. Bye.